Hello, my name is Aero, and today we'll look at Liquid vs Parivision Game 1 of Wallachia Finals. Let's get into it. We start from the draft. Liquid banned 3 offlaner heroes that can dictate the game pretty well, and Slark, which is 9 class special. Meanwhile, Parivision banned Silencer, which had 5 out of 6 wins on the side of Team Liquid. Tiny and Beast are just great flex picks. Additionally, as they don't want to play against Beastmaster, they just removed from the pool before picking Templar. TA is an uncontestable safe lane right now, and they can also flex it to position 4. Liquid answer with the Darkseer. So this hero gives a very good team fight, so you don't need to have other heroes with some good team fight. You can pick whatever else you want. And since he builds auras, TA's timing is gonna be weaker. And last but not least, he also drops TA shield pretty quickly. Parry banned heroes that can synergize well with the Darkseer. And Liquid banned Kunkka, which is a flex pick for Parivision. Liquid won't know where Kunkka goes, and Kunkka synergizes well with TA, giving the team fight. Liquid picked Jakiro, meta support that has a lot of AoE that combines well with the Darkseer. Then Parivision picked the A, who blocks the pick of Morphling, which is a very good hero against the TA. And they also picked the meta support, Ringmaster, who is not only going to have a very strong save but also adds to the team fight. Liquid answered with Riki, who is not only a good Iron Shell carrier, but also blocks Ringmaster from saving heroes. When Riki gets shard, you cannot use any saving spells on the heroes in the cloud. Then Liquid is going to grab the Nature's Prophet, who is giving Liquid additional team fight as well as an ability to fight all over the map. It also happened to be Mickey's signature hero. Parivision answered with Centaur, who can close the gap against Nature's Prophet, and he can also stay solo against them on the lane. Parivision banned Pog because they don't really have stance or control, and they don't really want to pick it as a 23rd pick, since it can be countered by many different heroes. And Liquid banned carry heroes that NP cannot outcarry. Then Pari banned the Storm for the same reasons as Puck, and they picked the Pango. Pango is a pick that activates supports and allows them to play during the mid game, which immediately get answered with the Primal Beast. Reason for Primal Beast pick is simple: he can grab Pango during the ulti to interrupt it. Liquid also need a hero that can kind of give position and activate the supports. Liquid's plan is to find pick-offs all over the map, or teamfights, and turn them into objectives. While Parivision have more classical draft, which is get your items, then do the team fight, then win the game. With this in mind, let's jump into the game. So the game starts from both teams grouping up as 3, both supports and an offlane, to kind of block the creeps. So what's the reason behind this? Well, if you block the creeps, first wave is going to get killed. Lane then gets pushed closer to your tower, and so you don't get shit on by 2 ranged heroes. It applies to both offlanes here. So in the next play, Boxy attacks the Satanic and fucking dies. And if you saw something like this in your pops, you would probably be fuming like Cyberlight. But what Boxy is doing actually makes sense. As you can see here, Boxy has a salve, and Boxy's idea is to get TA low enough so they can kill him in one go. But as they see Satanic's health get lower, they get baited in and they cannot get out safely anymore. And with this we go to the top lane. Parivision are contesting the small camp and manage to kill Jakiro, but that's not really important. What really important is DM gets to put the wave at his tower. Not only this move allows them to have more kill potential, but also puts the Centaur at safety,
which allows the funny clown stack mid or gank ancients. Well, the other way around.
Here we go back to the bottom lane, where once again Boxy trades and feeds. But this time, we know his master plan. He keeps trading after respawning, and finally it creates the situation where he stops bullying by becoming the bully himself. They try to chase Satanic, but because he's not Gork-C, he ends up running away. And here, Cyberlight tries to cosplay DM by dragging a wave to safety. Ends up cosplaying a clown and get only 2 creeps. But that's good enough. And now let's look what happens mid.
Since Centaur is staying at his tower,
9 class can not only stack the triangle, but also come mid, harass Nisha,
high-five him,
and send him back to base. Not only he did that, but he also managed to stack the triangle on the way back.
What a man!
And we got back to bottom again. Since Nisha had to go fountain, now he can TP to any lane. And once TA goes past this line, Nisha can easily TP and attack the TA. This is more of a communication mistake, where either no one or 9 class should tell that Nisha is coming back to base and can TP. Back to top. Since Mickey expects Ringmaster to be at the rune right now, 9 class comes behind and does the trick.
Oh!
And then he manages to come mid and control the rune, despite being late. And after that, they kill Nisha. Since Liquid heroes are very weak right now, neither support can help Nisha, and he is on his own. Boxy tries to come and collect XP mid, but ends up being pressured as well and has to go base. Since Liquid have no heroes to protect Wisdom Rune, Boxy has no resources while Insania doesn't have a TP. Nisha has a decision to make. Either he TPs bottom and tries to protect Wisdom Rune where he can die, or he TPs mid, gives up the Wisdom Rune and collects the XP that will be his for sure. So Nisha TP'd mid, and now Parivision knows this and can contest Wisdom Rune without any problem. They end up getting both of them. Liquid supports are now desperately in need of some XP. So now Liquid tries to play a bit more closer, helping out Nisha with the runes and with the mid ganks. Eventually, Boxy even manages to get a trade and get some XP. Boxy also stacks the triangle, so Nisha can farm it later, while Insania gets the XP mid. But since Parivision play mid, it is an easy kill for them. Meanwhile, we're back to bottom. Darkseer got his level 6 and is looking for a place to fight. Mickey's ult is off cooldown as well. As Satanic tries to pressure Cyberlight, he ends up overstepping and his teammates cannot help him in time because they were busy with Jakiro mid. No one reacts to it and then gets 2 kills in return. As Nisha comes close, Mickey TPs in and Nisha managed to grab Pango right before his shield crash. 9 class cancels the TP and Ducalis is left alone. Liquid could try to take the tower afterwards, but they have no resources to kill the Satanic again, who TPs in to protect the tower. Since Liquid stacked Ancients before, they can not only farm them, but also use them as an NP ult amplifier. They place the ops here so the NP ult can reach up to 400 damage at level 1. And now we go to Radiant Triangle, where Parivision had some stats. In order for them to take them, Satanic has to play accordingly. Farms the save zone when he doesn't see enemy heroes, and as soon as he sees them, he goes and pushes out the wave, as there is no more danger here. Meanwhile, Boxy placed a ward to leech the stacks and for a possible fight. But as soon as NP's ult hits, they know that it's warded and they just kill him. As Nisha sees this shit, he just backs off. But no one tries to chase him down and ends up being in enemy area. Enemy area is basically a bad neighborhood, so if you go there you'll probably get mugged and killed. Back to the game. As no one overcommits, Nisha is able to grab him and stop his ulti. And since he's so far in, his team cannot help him. To keep the top net worth, Mickey often TPs to the triangle and stacks for himself. He managed to stack 8 times during this game. As Pango sees Primal bottom, he decides to bait him with this wave, and as soon as Primal reveals himself, no one chases Nisha down and eventually manages to kill him. Meanwhile we go top, where 9 class manages to find Boxy farming the hard camp. DM chases the Boxy with the Stampede while Liquid react. With a good ulti from AA, they manage to trade 2 heroes for 2 as Mickey finds the 9 class. But what's really important is that because Liquid took this fight, at the 15-minute mark they cannot contest the Tormentor, and Parivision managed to take it as 3 heroes. After that, Parivision traveled through Portal and managed to get the top tower. Then Boxy places an Orbs, anticipating that someone is coming. Liquid even smoked for Pango's booty but ends up meeting the 9 class ass, and the fight breaks out. Pari managed to kill Boxy, while 9 class dies from fire. Meanwhile, Mickey sees the Ducalis, TPs to Ducalis, and kills Ducalis. And since Parivision lost all of their spells, they cannot fight anymore, and they have to give up the tower. But if Parivision wanted to, they would have to commit in the fighting area of Team Liquid, which is very hard thing to do. After a couple of minutes of farming, Liquid decide to kill Pango, who just showed on the wave, but they have to commit very deeply, and because of it, they meet Parivision reaction. Parivision managed to kill 4 heroes, but since they're so close to their base, they can't really get any objective out of it. 2 minutes pass and both teams are trying to get each other's wisdom runes. Liquid see that Pango is going towards wisdom and they try to contest it, but end up finding DM. DM tries to run away and the fight breaks out. And here we can see each team's fighting area. White area is more of no one's land, so anyone can get killed there. Liquid got DM, but they have to get back as BKB runs out. No one tries to roll the enemy in the green area, but Satanic is too far away and he can only focus Darkseer. Satanic tries to kill the Cyberlight, but he managed to barely escape thanks to Mickey's Force Staff. He gets away with 80 HP. As both teams don't really have spells, they have to go back. After 2 minutes of farming, Liquid got 3 important power spikes. They tried to run towards bottom but end up meeting no one mid. He expects 9 class to save him, but due to Ricky's shard, he cannot be saved. As we move to another moment, Roshan is now going towards top pit. Both teams are looking for fight. Ducalis just saw Liquid bottom and he doesn't expect them to be top. He gets caught and ends up surviving for too long. Smart move would be to leave him and let him buyback. Parivision decides to protect and end up having this terrible position on the low ground, while Liquid have insane high ground advantage. By fighting this way, essential heroes from Liquid are safe and can cast their spells, while Parivision's heroes are all under fire. Eventually they kill Satanic and chase down no one's Pango. While Liquid could go Roche right now, they chose to outpush the waves and get resources for the next fight. Shortly after, Liquid controls the triangle area, and anyone who gets into the red zone is in danger. To go there, Parivision have to be ready, but 9 class just goes in. He high-fives Nisha and safely gets back to safety. The game then ends with a draw and both teams proceed to ride to the sauna. No, they murder him on sight and kill DM shortly after. And now, since Parivision cannot defend, it's a free Roche for Liquid. After they took Roche, Liquid are now trying to take bottom tower, while Nisha and Boxy are looking for pick-off that would allow Liquid to go high ground right after. While Parivision has to do the wraparound smoke in order to take a good fight and not get too far behind. In order to not be sus, Pango has to show mid and outpush the wave. As soon as Liquid sees the Pango, they start running towards mid, but they end up getting revealed in the process and the fight breaks out. Nisha commits, but since Insania and Mickey are still at the tier 2 tower, the fight is essentially 3 vs 5. And on top of that, Nisha commits into Parivision's fighting area, forcing a bad fight. And Parivision manages to turn the tables and get the comeback. Satanic shows the way and eventually kills the mid tower. Meanwhile, to stop the push and prevent Parivision from destroying the racks, Mickey takes Illusion Rune, puts the Mjolnir effect on it and skips the wave. Context for the following clip is very important. Since Parivision just spent all of their ults in the fight before, they have nothing to fight with. Satanic just showed on the wave mid, while Centaur showed bottom, and nothing stops Mickey from sniping the Ducalis. As soon as Parivision see him, they want to punish him for being in triangle alone, but he knows that they don't really have the spells and he stands his ground. As Boxy sees the snipe of A, he anticipates that Parivision will go on Nature's Prophet and tries to help him. Boxy manages to get there right in time to prevent 9 class from saving no one. As Mickey kills the 9 class, he is now happy to trade the Aegis for Satanic's life. Rest of the Liquid help deal with the Satanic, and to prevent NP from getting level 25, Satanic decides to die right before NP gets up. Regardless of that, NP still manages to get level 25 from pushing the waves, and now Liquid are pushing the racks. Parivision tried to make the comeback happen by forcing some fights, but it doesn't really work out. They also tried to smoke on Nature's Prophet, but Mickey managed to escape right before he gets caught. During the time farming, Mickey gets Butterfly, which Satanic cannot deal with right now, as he doesn't have money to buy MKB. As Liquid controls the top area, they know that Parivision get farm at the bottom area, and they commit TPs in order to get some kills, so they can go high ground. And as soon as they spot Satanic, they know their main target. They find him and manage to barely kill him. Just 0.3 second timer on the TP. Satanic still has the buyback, and that's Parivision's last chance. In order for your enemy to not back off during the buyback, you have to first initiate. And as soon as Pango jumps, Satanic buybacks. An opponent cannot back off since he is already stunned. Let's get back for a little. As the fight starts, Pango puts Lotus on himself, and Nisha patiently waits until the Lotus is over, until he can grab the Pango and catch him. If he tried to grab him before the Lotus is over, the Pulverize would just cancel itself. But let's get back to the start of the fight one last time. Saberlight manages to dodge the Pango roll as well as Ice Blast, and got himself in a good position where his blink cannot get cancelled. Meanwhile, his team is trying to lure the enemy closer to this position. And as soon as they group up here, in this circle, Saberlight jumps and gets 4 of them while his team finishes off the Pango. And the rest is easy. As soon as Satanic dies, there is no way to win the game, so Parivision just calls the GG. Liquid takes game 1, and this is the final score. Well, thanks for watching, I guess. As I'm trying to get better at creating the content, I'm in big seek of your feedback, so if you could put your comment down below, like or dislike, I would appreciate it a lot. Oh, and consider joining my Discord, the link will be down below. In Discord I answer your Dota related questions in this channel. And if you like my content, the best way to support me is to get the coaching session for yourself or your friend. For the rest of May, there will be 25% off for any session. Thanks for watching again, and see you next time.